Okay, so today we'll start with keyword functions, right? It's going to be one of the most important section in out of all the handouts. This handout is the most important. Okay, so we are going to cover two types of questions. I'll give you an overview. Okay, so the first category, guys. Yeah, let me write it down. The first category will be direct questions. All right. Direct questions that you can easily answer. All right. Second type of questions will be indirect questions. Okay. Direct questions and indirect questions. So direct questions are those type of questions that you can find the answers right on the surface, right? You don't have to really dig deep, right? Or read in between the lines. Okay. You can immediately find your answer. Direct question. Now, how the questions will be asked in this context? See, according to the text, what is true about X, right? So, according to the text, based on the passage, these languages say that, hey, just read the statement and understand what it is saying, right? You don't have to like infer or think, hey, what the author is talking about, right? Just on the surface. It's super, super, super easy type of question. You will also notice it. According to the text, this is also one way to ask the question based on the text. Clear, guys? Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Guys, the options, right? The options will be in a paraphrase format. Okay? Please write it down. Direct questions, your answer, the correct option has to be a paraphrased version of the statement in the passage. Okay? Basically, same idea, but mentioned in different words, right? Same idea, different words. Clear, guys? Yeah? Same idea, different words. Look for synonyms. That's it. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Rishi, any question?
No, ma'am.
Viha, any question?
No, ma'am.
Good, good, good. Let's take from passages 1 to 3. Okay, let's start. We have amazing questions in this handout. Passage 1 to passage 3. Let's go. Just the paraphrase version, okay? First, read the question. See whether you're understanding in the exam. Will you be able to understand in the exam that it's, a direct question or not? Done?
No, ma'am.
Today you guys can take time, but I need the accuracy, okay? Don't worry about speed. I need correct answers. All three right.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. What about rest of you guys? We are done. We can take a minute. Yeah. Siddham, done?
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
All right, let's go. So passage one. Tell me, what is the answer, guys? Passage one.
Oh, ma'am, I think it's A.
Okay. Rest of you? I'll just share again. Yeah, you can continue.
I
Tell-
think it's D.
D. Okay. What about you, Siddham?
D.
D.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's see. Um, no, it's not right, guys. Neither A nor D is right. Do you want to give it a try?
Is it C?
It is C. Yeah. Let's see, guys. This type of question is actually considered to be an easy catch. Okay. So let's discuss how we are supposed to solve it. Okay. What is true about the study conducted by Cornell researchers, right? So over here, it is saying what? Based on the text, right? So based on the text, basically, it you know that you just have to find the sentence and paraphrase it. Okay. Paraphrase it in the option, right? So a very common approach will be to scan the passage, right, for Cornell researchers. Which line will I refer to?
Though the new study conducted by researchers at Cornell University.
Yep, this line. Okay. Getting it? So let's read it. Though Cornell University was performed with cultured human cells in a laboratory, it shows that the antiviral effect of endogenous retroviruses likely also exists for humans, right? So the research shows, right?
Mom, it says human cells, not humans.
Over here, see, which is, if I'm going to read the last sentence right after the comma, all right, I would like it to refer to this particular word, shows. What does it mean? That it's a fact, right? It shows it's a fact,
Yeah, ma'am.
right? So what information is provided after shows? Try. After shows, what information is provided? That's a fact.
It shows that the antiviral effect of retroviruses likely exists for humans also. It's prediction, right? Because they are talking about it likely exists, not a fact.
Correct. Over here, this is an entirely logical approach, right? This is what the study really shows, right? That is conducted by the Cornell researchers, right? But unfortunately, I'm not getting my answer, right? With that particular word shows, I'm not getting anywhere close to my answer, right? I will repeat, never read just half of the sentence. Okay, never ever read just half of the sentence, guys. You have to back it up with the beginning of the sentence. There you will find the key information. Okay, though the new study conducted by the researchers was performed with cultured human cells in a laboratory, right? So what I'm saying, cultured human cells, they are not actually human bodies, right? Is it?
No, they aren't.
It's not, right? Can I eliminate any option?
You
Can I
can eliminate
option
A and D.
D also I can eliminate, correct? And
Yeah.
viral material of range of species. Actually, all the options I can eliminate immediately,
Yeah.
right? I can get to my right answer, C. Okay. I repeat, this is a slightly difficult handout. Okay. So make sure that we understand.
Will all the function questions be of this level? Or?
This is actually not a function question. Okay. This is not a function question. This is a direct information question, right? We'll take a function questions later. From passage 4 onwards, you have function questions.
Okay.
Right? This is a direct information. How do I know? So in your exam, how will you be able to categorize whether it's a direct information or an indirect information question? By reading the question language. See, based on the text, right? Based on the text, what is true about the study? That means I just have to read the sentence really, really well, right? Not
So,
even
ma'am, if it was based on the text, the answer will be in the passage and we don't have to infer. But for functions, we have to infer.
I'll come to the function, right?
Okay.
What's the hurry? We'll take it slow, okay? Right now, let's just focus on whatever I'm covering, right? I am just taking the literal questions, okay? Literal questions that's really going to be on the surface and you'll be able to solve it, okay? Just by reading the sentence properly, you do not have to read in between the lines. In other way, in other words, you can actually just paraphrase it, use synonyms. Same idea, different meaning. Same meaning, different idea over here. Let's take passage 2. What is passage 2, guys? What is the answer? Fiction passage it is.
Ma'am, D.
D.
Siddham, what did you say? Yeah, let's see. Try reading it, guys. Focus on the portion where Catherine is introduced, right? Read it again, guys. Fourth line, right? Fifth line technically, but let's read that particular sentence from but onwards. Still, I would always recommend you to read the complete sentence, not just part, right? So in a way, you have to read this chunk where Catherine is introduced. Look over here, what it is said. They were in very general, very plain, and Catherine for many years of her life as plain as any, right? It's a fiction passage. So plain over here, what does it mean? As plain as any, right? So we are talking about her appearance. Yeah? She is not as smart or outgoing, right? Or like very unattractive, dull looking, right? And that is actually explained in the second part. See, she had a thin, awkward figure, shallow skin without color. So that's just explaining how plain she was. Okay, what option? You guys have marked C, right? Let's see. She was less attractive than other members of her family. It's not comparing with respect to other members. It's very close option. Okay. But it is just saying that as an individual, she was not attractive. It's not comparing. Got it? I hope this difference is clear. It's not in a comparative mode. That's why I'll eliminate option C. It's A, hands down. Any doubt, guys? Please feel free to ask.
Mom, I understood.
Okay, we have clear?
Um,
Okay, good, good. Fiction passage. All right, passage 3. Let's go.
Is it C?
C, ma'am.
yeah, ma'am, C.
Okay, we are explained why it is C.
Because it talks about the first option is not correct because it says that the hormone is released when you experience severe or sustained stress, and the third option is correct because it says in the last line it becomes increasingly difficult to shut the stress response down.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's progressively harder to reduce. Very good, very
Yeah.
good. Just straightforward. This category is one of the easiest type. Okay, after vocabulary, of course. Okay. All right. Now let's move on to indirect questions. Okay. I need to discuss a couple of things before we continue with the question set. Please understand this. Tomorrow, in tomorrow's test, I will include a couple of function questions and direct questions. Okay. So yeah, this is, you can say, as indirect question. Now see, in indirect question, guys, as the name suggests, your option will not be actually mentioned in the passage directly. Okay, suppose this is the passage, right? Whatever the sentence is, it's not going to be mentioned over there, right? You will have to read in between the lines. Okay, you have to read in between the lines. Basically, you will have to infer. All right, it's going to be stated indirectly. So try to think from the author's point of view that, okay, why has he written that line? Okay, why has he written that line, or what is the role of that line? Okay, role of that line. Why is that line added in the passage? Okay, now when I'm talking about indirect questions, I can actually have two types, right? Or the role questions precisely, I can have two categories here. One is where a particular sentence is underlined. Okay, in the passage, one sentence is underlined, right? And they will ask you that, hey, what is the role of that line? Okay, what is the purpose of that line? What is the function of that line? Potato, potato. Different ways of asking the same question. Clear? Underline part, right? Now, second type, remember what did I say? The second point, what is the purpose of that line? Correct? So I can also be asked the entire paragraph purpose, no? Yeah, entire paragraph's purpose. Why is the
Yeah,
author
ma'am.
writing the entire paragraph, right? Or entire passage? What is the author's primary purpose? Okay, we'll move back to handout 2, last handout, right? What was the strategy for primary purpose, the main strategy?
To look at the first and last lines.
Correct. First and last line. Okay. Majorly first and last line. Also, we discussed a lot of primary purpose techniques, right? Positive, negative, and different categories, sequence, and like around 4 to 5 types of primary purpose questions. But major technique is first line, last line. Okay. Major technique is first and last line. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Yeah. Indirect questions. Any doubt? Guys, role questions, function questions also. That's why this handout's title is keyword functions. We'll take up the concept in absolute detail. Rishi, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Siddham, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
No, right? Okay, so this concept is clear that what is the role of it. Okay, right. Now, one thing, please write it down. If any option has this particular sentence mentioned, right? I repeat, if any option will have this sentence mentioned, okay, eliminate that, run for the hills. Eliminate that option first thing. Clear? I repeat, if you have an option that resonates with this sentence, eliminate it. The first, that's the first option you should eliminate. Okay, it can never be mentioned word for word, right? It can never be mentioned word for word. For indirect question, your answer cannot be in the passage, right? Directly, never. Paraphrase version, no. Okay, so yeah, 2 types we'll be getting. One is underlined, a portion will be underlined. They'll ask, hey, why it is written? What is the purpose of this? What is the role of it? What is the function of it? Okay, and second is a purpose, right? I'm going a little slow here. You should understand this. We'll have wacky questions following this theory. Any doubt? Please ask, guys.
No.
No? No. Okay. Now, see, for your convenience, I've actually mentioned this table, okay? Now, you would know this, correct? We have taken up in the first handout and second handout, right? Contextual clues, remember? So now what you're supposed to do, they will ask that, hey, what is the role of this line? You are supposed to look for the transition words, okay? Look for the transition words, guys. Got it? Look for the transition words in that line. Second is look for the punctuation, okay? This will lead you to the right answer. This will lead you to the right answer. I am repeating the technique again and again because you will have difficult questions. Generally, we tend to underestimate this topic, right? And I was actually checking, last week I was checking this March paper. So, it really is going to be, there will be a lot of function questions, particularly function questions. So use transition and punctuation, something that we have covered in our writing classes. Now, because in the DSAT, you have reading and writing combined, so it's easier to really navigate and club everything together. It's not much. Okay, transition words, continuers, I know, right? Furthermore, in addition, moreover, next, then it continues with the same idea, right? Let's take it one by one properly. Illustrate or support, right? If you are illustrating, or if you are giving an example, right, to prove your point, then you will use these transition words or cohesive devices. For example, for instance, one reason, another reason, okay? If you want to explain anything, guys, okay? If you want to explain anything, then you will say explanation. That is, the answer is, the reason is. These keywords you must understand, right? Don't underestimate it. I repeat it. Punctuation for explanation, remember, in the writing class, writing 3 we have covered, you put a colon or a dash when you explain stuff. Remember? Clear? Yeah? Any doubt, guys, so far?
No, ma'am.
Come on. Wake up. Okay. When you want to define anything, right? Generally, they can also put it in a parenthesis. Under a parenthesis, they define the concept. Like, that is like super hydrophobic. That is water repellent. Okay. So, yeah. Definition, they can say properly speaking. That is to say. Comparison is very simple. They will use the word as. a small word as, okay, we can overlook. Don't. It compares. Okay, speculate. What is speculate? Can anyone tell me in basic English? What does speculate mean?
Imagine.
Sorry?
Imagine.
Imagine, okay. Yeah, I mean, like I'm taking a hypothetical scenario. Okay. Speculating that the, maybe last month someone speculated that the price of tomatoes will increase, right? So that's like a hypothetical scenario, right? Something that's going to happen in the future. So they will use these, actually in English, we call it conditional words, right? The mood is conditional. So could, if, it is, possible, may, maybe, might, perhaps. Okay. These words do not ignore if it's there in the passage. If any author wants you to like pay attention, right? They will either put underscore, right? We know what's an underscore, right? Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am.
On WhatsApp, if you put 2 underscore, right? And that becomes what? Italics. Yeah. Now we'll be able to relate. Okay. So underscore, definitely the author wants you to really pay attention to it. You can also have words like indeed, in fact, let me be clear, or capital letters. See, subtle point. They can include capital letters. That means the author wants you to really, go slow when you're reading that particular phrase or sentence, right? They can put an exclamation mark. Don't ignore exclamation mark. If it isn't italics, it's like a special font. Okay. If the author is repeating a particular statement, he wants you to really pay attention. Okay. He's not just repeating because he's lazy to use pronouns. Okay. All right. Contradictors. We have covered this, right? Since day one, we have been using these contextual clues, right? Rather, still on the contrary, I'll not repeat. Question. That means he is doubtful, right? He is not convinced. The author is not convinced, right? But is it really true? Or he's putting a question mark, or is he putting a quotation mark? Clear? Any doubt, guys? This table, right? You should be able to understand each and every word if it is underlined. Punctuation, do not ignore the punctuation. Clear? Rishi? Come on.
Yeah, ma'am.
Don't be quiet. Don't be quiet. I want active participation. Tell me, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah? We
Ma'am.
had it clear?
Yeah, ma'am.
Good. Siddham?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Now, see, when we are talking about, we have understood like keywords, right? One word at a time. What is the role of that? Okay. Sometimes the author can also include emotion. Okay. What is the other word for emotion? Last class we've covered. There are 2 words I discussed. SAT friendly words for emotion. Like he's giving his viewpoint, or okay, let me ask you, what is the other word for tone? Tone.
I'm not sure, ma'am. I forgot.
Okay. Guys, please revise. We have covered this in absolute detail. Okay. Even in the second handout, we have covered it. Tone, attitude. Yeah. Please revise. Okay. If you guys are not going to score more than a 30 tomorrow, I will be calling each one of your parents. Okay. And I know that I'm using like a school approach, but seriously, it is important, guys, for you to, I mean, I want you to be serious. I don't really want to like, call parents and complain, but that's not my approach. Okay. But I want you to be serious on your own. It's your career. You have to revise. I'm not saying revision, regular revision, right? Tone questions are also called attitude questions. What is the attitude of the author? What is the author feeling? Is he positive about it? Is he negative? Or is he neutral? He's not expressing any like, emotion as such. He's indifferent, right? Attitude, tone, go hand in hand. They're synonymous, really. Okay. Tone questions, guys, you might be able to get to the right answer if you understand the tone really well. Okay, so there are a couple of positive tone. Under positive also there are so many categories, right? Under negative you have so many categories. Neutral, indifferent, so many categories, right? Look for the words. Look for the words, right? See, I'll just take one for you. You can go through negative and neutral. Okay, positive, let's take it. The author is feeling happy about it. He is maybe not happy, but positive, maybe, right? But it all is in the same category, same family it belongs to. If he's supporting a claim, that means he is towards it, right? Not against it, right? He's always for it. That's also a positive tone, right? You can get right answers if you understand these technicalities, guys. I need all the, we have like passage 4 till passage 9. I need all right. Okay, but for that you need to understand this section. Support, advance, affirm, bolster, claim, if he's claiming anything, if he's defending, right? Okay, suppose you're defending your younger sibling, that means in a way you are actually protecting him or her, right? So that's a positive thing. Okay, exemplify, prove, provide, offer, substantiate. Praise, of course, is positive. Acknowledge, positive. Propose, positive. When you're proposing it, that means you're implying, you're suggesting, okay? Emphasizing, explain, persuade, right? If I'm persuading you to solve the questions correctly, okay? Or maybe start studying rigorously. So the tone is affirmative, right? I mean, it's a positive. It's not negative or neutral, okay? I hope this is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Negative, come on, negative, refute. You are against a particular view. So you are attacking it, you're challenging it, you're condemning it, you're contradicting, you're criticizing, debating, you're decrying it, denying, discredit, right? Undermining it. You question it, right? See, I'll just join these two tables. Remember the previous table, we had this question implies skepticism. So I am taking question mark, right? The author is not convinced, remember? So he's including a question mark. Are you with me? Guys,
Yes, ma'am.
he is including a question mark. That means he's not convinced, right? He's going to maybe find an answer to it, right? So what is it? He might have a negative opinion on it. Can I say that? See how I'm being able to connect the dots. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Viha, come on. Only Siddham is
Yeah,
answering.
ma'am.
Viha, Rishi, come on.
Yeah, ma'am.
Clear.
Yeah, ma'am.
If there's a question mark, that means he's not really convinced. It shows he has a negative attitude towards it, right? He's refuting it, or he's going to provide an alternative solution to it. Okay? Make fun of, satirize, scoff at, concede, acknowledge, recognize, exaggerate, downplay, lament. Neutral. This is actually tricky. The third column is tricky, where he's not showing any emotion. We can fall in the trap. Definitely, SAT loves to ask you questions that is tricky. When you are just characterizing it, okay? I'm just characterizing, let's say, a particular object. Am I showing any emotions towards it? No. No emotions, right? You're discussing it. I'm discussing the SAT format. Am I showing any emotions? No. I'm not happy or sad, right? Neutral, indifferent. Okay, indicating is I'm identifying, right? You identify a particular fact, right? Let's say about the human cells, in the earlier passage. So that's not a positive or negative attitude, okay? This part is tricky. You are paraphrasing it. Literal questions, right? You can actually say all are neutral, okay? Speculating, analyze, reflect on, attributing, okay? That's it, done. Done, guys. The theory was a little bit lengthy today, but I hope everything is clear. Word, how to identify the role of that particular line or a paragraph by using transition, by actually using the transition approach or the punctuation approach, right? Understanding the tone of that line, okay? Just use these three concepts and you're good to go. What did I say? tone, transition words, punctuation, right? You are ready to solve passage 4 to 5, guys. Come on. Please use these techniques. It's really going to be easy. I need all right. All three of you, all right. Let's go. This type is tricky. Please be careful.
None, ma'am.
Ma'am, 1 minute. I'm not done yet.
Okay, let's take a minute. It's okay. I don't want to worry about time at all. I need accuracy. 3 questions.
Yeah, ma'am, I think I'm done as well.
Same, ma'am.
Done. Okay, good. Tell me passage 4.
Ma'am, C.
C. Okay, we have
D.
D.
Yeah.
D, dog.
Siddham, what did you get?
Dog, D.
D. Okay, yeah, D is correct. I'll come back. Okay. Come back to 4, 5.
Mom, A.
A.
Okay. We have
A, ma'am.
A. Very
Yeah.
good. Very good. Okay. So this one is absolutely correct. Okay, good. Now this one. 6.
D.
Second option.
D for dog.
D. Fourth option. Okay. Interesting. Next. We have tell me.
D.
Viha, what is the answer? Siddham, what is the
No,
answer?
mom, it's not D. I meant C. C for cat.
C. Okay. All right, others, come on. What did you get? All right, let's look at it. Okay. I'll start with question 4. Now, question 4, this is really interesting. What do we have? We'll first read the underlined part, isn't it? Correct? So I will read the city's network of sensors, cables, and signals are the nerves connected to the rest of the body. So what is the next of the body, right? So I need to just like check what exactly it is talking about, right? This entire section. So for that, I might refer to the previous part of the underlined, right? Prior to the underlined sentence, what it is stating. Can anyone tell me? Prior to the underlined sentence, what it is stating.
They made a connection with the human body and a control center. They
Okay.
stated how the actual computer terminals inside the 7th floor of the Boston City Hall is like the brain of the whole traffic system.
Correct. Representing the brain of the traffic system, right? So what you said is absolutely right. They are actually drawing a comparison between a control center, traffic control center, and brain, right? It's like an analogy, human body. Okay. Like, don't say only human body, say like what part of it? That is brain. Okay. The first part discusses that. What does the second part discuss? Over here. But in reality, right? But. Transition word. Contradictor, right? Do you agree? Yes? Guys, come on. I need full participation.
Yeah, ma'am.
Do you agree? So this is very, very important. What idea is presented in the last sentence? That engineers literally watch our every move, making subtle changes that relieve and redirect traffic, right? That means traffic engineers are being able to watch everyone's move, right? Why? Because the sensors, cables, and signals over here are, like they are sort of relayed back to them, right? I hope this is clear, guys. This word but is very important. Yes, engineers are literally being able to watch, correct? Via sensors, cables, and signals. Okay? Whatever information is previewed, so they can watch everyone's move using that, right? So the phrase in question is explaining how the traffic engineers can monitor drivers' behavior, right? Sitting remotely. Got it?
Mom, I didn't understand at all.
Okay. All right. So the first part, right? Prior to the underlined sentence, what it is stating, we are drawing a comparison between the traffic control center and brain. Correct? And then it is stating that, but in reality, engineers literally watch our every move, making several changes that relieve and redirect traffic. Okay. So engineers, they are sitting in the control center, right? They're not on the field, right? And they can watch your every move. Okay. Sitting at a distance. How? Via cities, this city's network of sensors. So this is more like a brain, right? That helps the engineers navigate everyone's move. Got it? So what is my option? That is the role. See, this type
But
of
ma'am, that's not what the underlying part is saying, right? That's what later in the passage I think I'd agree, but the underlying part isn't really stating that, right?
See, the underlying part is what? The city's network of sensors, cables, and signals are the nerves connected to the rest of the body, right? Like it's more like an analogy, right? It's a nerve connected. So this particular section is nothing but the brain, right? It is connected to the rest of the body. The rest of the body is the move, right? The people's actions, right? And the brain is nothing but, the engineers at a distance, they can still monitor everyone's move. That's connected to the rest of the body. Okay, so that analogy is actually talking about how engineers can control it, right? Or observe it, rather, not control, observe people's move, every move, right? People as in drivers, every move, right? That is the analogy, that is the role of this sentence, that what is this network cable connected to the rest of the body, right? This is basically engineers and it is connected to the rest of the body. That means they're being able to watch every move, right? That's more like a brain. Okay, this type of question is definitely going to be difficult, guys. I repeat it. Okay, so option A, if I read, to describe a problem commonly faced by traffic engineers. Is it just describing a problem?
No, ma'am.
No, right? He's not discussing a problem, right? He did not say, yeah, this is a problem. A specific problem he did not mention. Got it? Clear? Yeah? Play elimination approach. This type of question, it really works. Second option, to point out some important differences between traffic. Is it just like pointing it out? Yeah? Guys, come on. Is he pointing it out?
Yeah, no, ma'am.
Like just difference between, hey, what is the difference between traffic control center and the brain? No, right? Come on. No, definitely not. Clear? Third, to discuss the purpose of items found in the traffic control center. Items? Purpose of items? Like what is found in the center? That's completely off topic, right? Clear? Are we on the same page? Everyone?
Mom, I didn't understand why it can't be C.
Okay, so to discuss the purpose of items, over here, the passage does mention like, okay, I understood where exactly you're going wrong, Rishi. So I'll just like remove all the annotation for now. Items, I think, and this items you are connecting to that, okay, specific items are mentioned. I think that is the reason you mark C. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. But the answer, you are going towards the literal comprehension route, direct information route. This question is saying which choice best describes the function, why it is mentioned. It is not mentioned to say that, hey, these are the three elements. Okay, what is the role of it? You have to find the analogy, explain the reasoning that why that is connected to the rest of the body. It's not just saying, okay, that is there. Okay, XYZ is there. That is literal comprehension. Okay, that's an easier chunk, but this is a difficult part. Function you have to go ahead with. Okay, this answer just mentions differences. Okay, over here, I agree that different terminologies are mentioned, but it is actually talking about the nerves present throughout the city. Okay, that's the function of it, role of it, right? So to provide examples of ways in which drivers' action can be monitored remotely. Yes, that's my answer. Right? How the brain is connected to the rest of the body, right? The brain is the traffic control center, right? Where it is connected to the rest of the body, everyone's behavior can be monitored, rest of the body. Okay? I hope this makes sense. Good question. Beautiful question. Right? If you have doubt, guys, you can always get this question, again, clarified, right? In the doubt solving class, anytime. I can discuss it 100 times, but because we have to take up other passages also, I'm going to move forward, okay? Feel free to book a doubt solving class if you still have doubt. Okay, fifth question, I think that's done, right? Sixth, we are supposed to come for. Yeah.
The fifth question I couldn't actually understand why it's actually A.
Okay. Let's see this, okay? 1 second, let's read this part. The planet and its star are separated by only 1.6 million miles, 23 times less than the distance between parboiled planet Mercury and a sun. Okay. Okay. Because, see, when you're not being able to understand that particular sentence, it's slightly vague, you can always rely on the, preceding and the succeeding sentence. Right? Okay. You can actually read this planet and its star are separated by only 1.6 million, 23 times less the distance between Mercury and a sun. So it's like sort of comparing the distance, right? Correct? Clear? Yes.
Yeah.
Now, one question you might have that, hey, what is the planet and its star? It's more like something that's already mentioned earlier. Correct? So I might want to read the prior sentence. What is the planet we are talking about? Right? What is the planet in question? Tell me.
The Korot 7b.
Correct. This Korot 7. Clear? Korot 7 is the planet. So this is a noun that is referred to later in the underlined part. Right? Okay. Clear? So the fact becomes very important, right? Because this particular underlined part gives the purpose of this sentence. Okay. Yeah. That's it. And its star. Okay. It is separated by. So another section is the earth. So just giving like a distinction. Like what is the difference between it? Okay. It suggests that Korot 7 could eventually resemble earth. No, it's actually talking about a separation, correct? A distinction, difference. So I'm not like
So its star is Earth.
its star. See the previous line, if I read that this means it is almost certainly a rocky planet made up of silicate rocks like those in Earth's crust. Not anyone would call it Earth. The planet and its star are separated by only 1.6 million miles, right? So over here, this Korot 7, actually, you know what? It is Korot 7b, not Korot 7, isn't it?
Yeah, 7b.
Yes, yes. Calculate that Korot 7b has an average density about the same as Earth's, right? So now it is actually discussing the difference between Korot 7 and Earth, right? Okay?
How is it talking about a difference?
Difference, right? Separated by. Clear? So the
Okay,
planet
the
and its star,
planet is Korot 7b and its star is Earth.
yeah, over here we are talking about a difference between Korot 7b and Earth, right? Okay. And option B is like, coming closer, definitely not my answer. It supports the hypothesis that Earth and Korot 7 may share a common origin. No origin I'm talking about, right? Origin part is incorrect. It explains how Mercury came to occupy. No, this is just an analogy. I need to discuss the planet and its star. Okay. I hope this makes sense, guys.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 6.
Is
Good.
it C?
We got it
I
wrong.
A.
What is the answer?
A.
A. Okay. Rishi, what did you get?
C for cat.
Okay. No. Look at the here. Good thing is that in the underlined part, I have a transition. Please look at the transition. I have a dash, right? It's like a special punctuation, right? So, but in the clear waters of coral reef, but is a contradiction, isn't it? So try to read the prior section. Yes. But is a contradiction clear? No? Yes, that means it is contradicting to the previous idea. You should know the previous idea. And also remember in the, I think, second class, we have covered old versus new idea, right? Correct? Old versus new idea. So, but actually takes up the new idea, right? So something that has been accepted earlier, may be mentioned. Who knows? So try to read this. It is actually an old idea. How do I know? This is another way to cross-check. Scientists have long known that. That means it's old idea. Okay, but is a new idea. So yeah, get the old idea and then you can mark. Tell me, what is the old idea? Quick.
It warns about the animal, the couldn't present the building animal danger.
Try to look for it from a macro perspective. Don't take one like small details. Like, what is the idea of the previous section? One way is that directly read the previous sentence. Directly read the previous sentence. You will get a good understanding. Read the previous sentence. Come on, guys. Non-visual forms of communication such as smell, taste, touch, sound, right? Who uses this non-visual form of communication? Who uses it? Yes? Guys,
Animals.
this is difficult. I need full accuracy tomorrow. Tell me.
Marine
We're
animals.
talking about the marine creatures.
Correct. Marine creatures we are talking about, that they use non-visual forms of communication. Clear? Yeah?
Yeah, ma'am.
Right. So that is the usual, like that is what goes on, right? But in the clear waters of coral reefs, which make up less than 1% of world's ocean, animals drape themselves in blazing color, right? So when, see, make up less than 1%, okay, in the clear waters. So this is when they move to clear waters. Clear water is not very common, no? Right? It just makes up less than 1% of the world ocean. So usually they are, having the non-visual form of communication, but in clear waters, that is less than 1%, right? They drape themselves in blazing color, not only to menace potential animals, but also to evade predators, hunt for prey, and even hide in plain sight. Okay? So what is the role of this particular contradiction, new idea? Who can tell me? Can I say it's an exceptional case? Yeah?
Yeah.
Exceptional case, no? 1%, right?
Yeah.
Clear water. Now, see, now go through the options. Read it very, very carefully. The option will not be mentioned in the passage. Never. Okay? It explains how reef animals use color to hide from predators. No, you have to actually focus on the contradiction, like the new idea, right? So this is like just describing it blatantly, okay? And just part of it, it's talking about,
See.
okay? Yeah, we'll come to it. So this
I
talks
think
about just
B.
part of it, okay? Move on. A is out. B, it describes an unusual form of marine communication. Unusual is exceptional. I'll hold it, okay? Don't mark it yet, just yet. Third option, it presents a novel theory about underwater perception. Okay, is it a new theory? Has it
No.
been said that it has been discovered now? Or
No.
maybe it they're like the creatures have just started doing it? Novel, new,
No, ma'am.
right? Maybe they have been, like this forever. Okay. No, not novel. It emphasizes the controversy surrounding a claim about the reef animals. It emphasizes. Does it emphasize? Really? The controversy. Okay. Is it a controversy?
Ma'am.
Huh?
No, ma'am.
Oh, right. There's no controversy like, oh, there's a debate going on that no, this is not right. No one is saying that. Okay. Clear, difficult type. This is. Tell me. Any question? Option B is hands down my right answer. Any doubt, guys?
Yeah, ma'am, no doubts.
Are we understanding the seriousness of SAT reading?
Yeah, ma'am.
I'm not happy with the accuracy at all. See, I did not push you guys for the time that, you have just 2 minutes to solve this passage because I know that this is a difficult type. But I was slightly disappointed with the accuracy, right? And I'm sure you are as well. Okay. So
ma'am.
you have to solve these types. Okay. All the other types you can solve, right? We are done with all the categories. Function, you must practice. This is where I've seen so many students. It's not like it just started in on the DSAT. It has been taking like it has been actually tested in the older SAT version also. And same, every year I see students struggle in this topic. It is the most difficult, most difficult, right? So please, guys, practice, book n number of doubt solving class, guys. If you want me to take any question again, any handout again, I'll take that up in the doubt solving class. Okay, no worries. But I want full accuracy tomorrow. Okay, I am actually okay. I'll just like stop the recording first.